experience, especially these areas that you actually covered. You want to share one or two with us?
No, yeah, the experience, the challenge we have mostly is not the challenge of getting access to some of these places, even with your, tag and ID card. They tend to scrutinize you very well, and we are able to make them our friends. We told them that we can't here. They should know that this will not get the wider publicity that the games have. And by the grace of God, everything went well, and we've done it to the best of our ability.
Well done, Suleiman. You know what? The next Africa Cup of Nations will be in North Africa, Morocco to be precise. Maybe you get to see your friend again.
I'll be glad to be there. I'll be glad. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming, Suleiman.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, quite interesting. That's one of those things, camaraderie, and of course, you know that one of the teams for the African Military Games, and of course, African Military Games and OSMA itself, which is the Organization of Military Sports in Africa, is promoting friendship through sports. And of course, soon to join us is another person, from the South African contingent, and of course that's Kula Tabo, and of course is the head of media for Team South Africa. He'll be joining us now to tell us about his experience, in Nigeria.
Welcome. How do you do?
Thank you. I'm good, and you?
Yeah, I'm great. So you want to tell us how's been your experience coming in with your team to Nigeria to participate in this event, and what do you think generally?
Okay. Our stay so far in Nigeria is good. We can't complain. At the hotel, everybody is friendly to us. The atmosphere is good. So we can only say only good things about Nigeria. So far, we are happy. No problems.
Tell me, what did you really enjoy about Nigeria? Is it the food, the people, the culture? Tell us the things you really enjoyed about Nigeria.
Yes, no, definitely the food, There's different types of cuisine that we've got exposed to. And also the people, the friendliness of the people, the atmosphere, the energy, So it truly means that we are united as Africa. So it was a great opportunity for us to come here and learn, from our counterparts so that we can make Africa better.
Were you able to have a taste of our egusi soup and our fufu?
Yes. We did taste egusi soup. It was nice. But some of the food, we still have them in South Africa also. So it's not, but there's a little bit too much pepper, on the food. But yeah, we survived.
That pepper, that's one of the things you get in Nigeria. All right, aside from, your relationship with the Nigerian, delegation and people of Nigeria, what about with other countries? People from Kenya, Ethiopia, and other countries, how have you been able to, make new friends?
No. The friendship that we formed there is going to be for the future, A lot of people, we came together from different African countries, but we are together as one. We made friendships that are going to be everlasting. In the future, we meet again, the friendship will still continue.
Yeah. All right. Talking about, away from friendship now, I want to ask you your opinion. Of course, the core aim, the core objective of putting on this event in the first place is to see how they can bring military countries, African military countries together to ensure that they promote peace, unity in an African continent. Now, do you think that goal that is being promoted, do you think it's been achieved?
Yes, most definitely. I think we did. They did achieve the goal, because one day one of our former president, Nelson Mandela, he said, it's only sports that can unite people, and we truly see now as Africans we are united here through sports, Thank you.
All right, we hope to have you back in Nigeria as soon as possible. I know you'll be very much interested anytime you get the opportunity to come to Nigeria again.
Yes, most definitely. We'll be back soon. We'll be back.
Quite interesting. Thank you for coming. We've been speaking with the head of media of the South African delegation, and of course he has good things to say, when it comes to, his experience so far in Nigeria. Another testimony there.
But Nigeria have actually shown time without number that we are indeed, not just in words, but in action, that we are indeed the big brother of Africa. Yes, we've actually displayed it in acting. We've actually displayed it here. We've had an opportunity to display it in the second African military games here in Abuja. And I'm sure, just like he said, going back to his country, he will have not just the sporting activities to relay back to his family and, of course, his colleagues over there in South Africa, but other good things about Nigeria.
All right, we will have a lot, in store for you today. A lot in store for you today because, like we told you earlier, we're going to see the finals of the 4x100 meters when it comes to the men and women, and of course the same for the 4x400 meters in both categories. Also, we're going to see the combat race, and soon to come we're going to see the invitational relay between the Nigerian military and of course other invited forces, talking about the paramilitary. It's been beautiful here, and of course, if you've not been to the Moshood Abiola National Stadium or any of the venues, you've been missing a lot. But if you've been watching the NTA, okay, you got something for yourself. But if you've missed out of both, oh my goodness, if you're in Abuja, you can still make your way down to the main bowl of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium because the gates have been thrown open. All right, it's getting more interesting here, and of course we do understand that aside from the displays that we're going to see here, the performances, the presentations, there will be an after party after party. That's what they are telling us.
Yeah, there will be an exciting one. Like I said, Buddy, earlier, the opening ceremony was full of fireworks, was full of high-level performance. We saw grade A artists, the likes of TV Dakolo. We saw them here, and they actually gave the crowd something to cheer about, something to shout about, something to be excited about. And I'm sure the closing ceremony today will not be anything short of that. In fact, I think they are going to raise the bar tonight.
All right, we cannot wait to bring all those things here. We are done here, and of course we're ready with our team. I can tell you that the Nigerian Television Authority, just like the first day, we're very much ready to give you an extensive coverage. And of course, with the reviews and everything we're getting when it comes to our coverage, we're more than inspired. You're still watching the closing ceremony and, of course, the final day proceedings of the second edition of the African Military Games. Of course, I'm Badi Adele. I've been here with Bright Ebocho. Let's go on this quick break. When we return, we'll be bringing you more things coming from AMGA 2024.
So yes, you are opportunity to be able to so we need to take we can just be able class scale, whether it is here or Africa. But the fact is that as a leader, we need to mentor. If we don't mentor, then there will come a time when we are experts, and that will be dangerous. Everything that we're able to do now, we learn it from somebody. So anything that will be done to you, somebody will have to learn from us. So we pass on the baton. Once we have mentor, even in politics, if I believe in the women opportunity into politics, so we are not just talking about opportunity in terms of using government ideology. We are looking for this so I just believe
we have the beehive of activities here at the main bowl of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. And of course, I'm still here with Bright Ebucho. We had to turn around to show you what's happening in the background here. We are having a huge crowd. People are turning up, for the ceremony of the 2024 African Military Games, Abuja 2020.
Yeah, but if you just turn around and look at the VIP stand, you'll find out that the place is almost packed, and in no time, in a very short time, the closing ceremony will actually kick off. We're waiting for our top dignitaries, our actually special guest of honor, right? We are waiting for our special guest of honor. Once he arrives, we'll actually kick off the ceremony.
Right, quite beautiful. Do not forget that the opening ceremony, at the opening ceremony we had the Vice President of Nigeria talking about Kashim Shettima. And of course, for the closing ceremony, a lot of dignitaries are here, and very shortly we're going to be unveiling that. All right, we're still here. We're getting set for, the first events of the day, talking about the 4x400 meter and of course the 4x100 meter races. And of course, that will be quite interesting to see that in the male and, female categories. And, right here has been covering athletics from day one. And I'm sure it's looking forward to all those races.
Yes, I'm actually looking forward to the 4x1 and the 4x4 race today, but more especially because, like I told you earlier, I would want to see the Nigerian forces actually pick up not just any medal, but finishing style. Yes, it's not maybe a bad idea, but if we can actually clinch the gold medal here today in either the 4x1 or the 4x4, either in the males category or in the women's category, it will not be a bad idea because looking at our comparative advantage so far, but the athletics seem not to be our strong point.
All right, let's start looking at the events one by one, Bright. We talked about the football events not quite long. It was painful to see Nigeria lose to Cameroon, in the additional time. It was, during the extra time that Nigeria conceded, one goal against Cameroon in the semi-final, and that was why Nigeria couldn't qualify, to play in the final. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it was actually heart-wrenching for me. I was here, I covered that match, and actually that goal came in the second half of extra time. That particular match was supposed to go into penalties. And the Nigerian Armed Forces are talking about our football team who played against their Cameroonian counterpart in the semi-final. They looked like they were already ready to play the penalty. They looked like it was part of their plans. Well, it seemed like anyway, before that goal actually came at the nick of time, the 9 minutes to actually break our hearts. But it wasn't all bad for us. We were actually, it was possible for us to actually play the third place. We played Equatorial Guinea, like we said earlier, and we actually took them to the cleaners. Yes, we took them to the cleaners. The boys were ruthless. They transferred their aggression on the Equatorial team, whipping them 4 goals to nothing. It was a beauty to see, buddy.
All right, quite interesting, right? Let's move to the velodrome of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, where we had the kickboxing, boxing, taekwondo, and of course, judo events. It does look like, the Nigerian Armed Forces, they are showing why they are combat sports. Over the years, we've always had boxers, from the Nigerian military. And once again, we could have some of them representing Nigeria on the international stage. It was a clean sweep in most of those events for Nigeria.
Yeah, it was a clean sheet. Like you just said, we seem to have a history with producing both in the male and female category now. We're talking about combat sports, especially boxing, but we seem to have a history with producing, even though Anthony Joshua, who is actually fighting for the United Kingdom now, but he is a Nigerian, and we have lots of them. We have Bashar Ali, we have what's the name of this lad again?
You're talking about Usman?
Usman, yeah. We're talking about Usman. We are talking about Israel Adesanya. You know, we have lots of them champions that have actually come out from the shores of this country, and you know, Nanjano they carry last. The indomitable spirit, the fighting spirit, the I can do spirit. You see it every now and then in every facet of our life, including sports, buddy.
Quite interesting. All right, let's talk. Let's step up conversation now. Let's bring in someone from Ghana now, talking about Warrant Officer Class 2. Daniagre, Clement is going to be telling us so many things about athletics when it comes to the Ghanaian delegation. Welcome.
How do you say welcome? How do you say welcome in Ghana?
Akwaba.
Yeah. All right.
Quite interesting. The athletics event here will be concluded today. And we're going to see the finals of the 4x100 meters and 4x400 meters. But before we go into that, how has it been in Ghana when it comes to athletics?
So far, so good. First of all, I want to thank you. I'm one of the class from the Ghana Armed Forces, coach, and the technical official. So far, so good. It has been so good for us. If you look at the athletic table, currently in Ghana, we are on top. We have 16 medals. We have 5 gold, 6 silver, and 3 bronze. And this evening, we are having the 4x1 and the 4x4. And I know Team Ghana, we are going to go to the league. So athletics has been so far, so good.
All right, it's been interesting. Yes, I've actually followed you guys in athletics, and aside Algeria, and of course your country, Ghana, you guys have been actually impressive in terms of the athletics event. Now, I want to ask you, why do you think the Nigerian military team seem to be superior in other sporting events compared to the athletics?
Okay, the reason being that Team Ghana, we came with 5 disciplines. Okay. So, but the Nigerian armed forces, they are big and they are competing in so many of the disciplines. That is why you see them on top of the table. But Ghana, we came with only 5 disciplines, but currently on top of the table, I think we have placed a very good edition. And the Nigerian armed forces is doing well because of their numbers and the number of disciplines that they are participating in.
All right, quite interesting. We know that you also did well too in the volleyball event. You got gold in the women's category and bronze in the men's category. But how has been your experience in Nigeria? Have you tasted Nigeria?
Oh, so far so good. I love Nigeria. This is my first time being in Nigeria, and the people are very lovely, and the competition is well organized. And if you talk about the food, I think I'll go for your Eba. That one, I love it.
Which of the soups now?
The bitter leaf.
You prefer bitter leaf?
Yes,
now, there's been this debate. We know we've been talking about it on social media, off social media. You are here. You've tasted the Nigerian jollof. You've tasted it?
I've tasted Nigerian jollof, but for the jollof battle, I don't think Nigeria can match Ghana. The first day I took the Nigerian jollof, I decided not to take it again.
Why?
Pepper? Not because of the pepper. In fact, you can't compare that one to the Ghana jollof.
All right. Are you being sincere, right?
I've been frank.
All right.
What have you enjoyed about Nigeria?
I might say the people are very lovely. They are very welcoming. And anybody that you meet, it's like, hey, Ghana, you are welcome to Nigeria. How you experiencing our country and other things. I can see that Nigerian people are very lovely.
Well, if you go back to Ghana, what are those nice things? What are the things you will say that are significant coming into Nigeria that you want to go back to tell them about? Of course, you have so many stories to talk about when you go back to Ghana.
For Abuja, I'll talk about the road network. I really like the road network. It is very wide enough. You will not see traffic like my country. I love the Nigerian road network in Abuja.
Are you married?
Yes, I'm married with 3 kids.
We don't mind giving you another wife in Nigeria.
No problem, and I'm African. Yes.
All right, so we hope that you come back someday, or you're gonna invite us someday to come over to Accra to test your kenke. Is that's your major delicacy, right?
Yeah, for Accra, kenke is a major food, and even when we come, we brought kenke. I still have kenke in my hotel. Maybe you can follow me up. I'll give you some kenke.
Thank you so much for coming. I know we have to go hide our room. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
It's quite interesting. That's one of the beautiful things, we've had, since this competition began. Right, just like, when people were saying, we were talking days ago about, the rivalry between Nigeria and Libya in football. And of course, we saw so many interesting things about that. The food and Harvard demand, to give Libya some sanctions after they did that, the Dutch have qualified. When it comes to Libya, there's nothing like that. Nigeria and Libya, they even competed in the archery event, and they were all smiles. And of course, talking about some countries putting out of ECOWAS and all that, we don't have anything like that when it comes to the Olympic Games. All of them are here, embracing themselves and extending the spirit of camaraderie.
Yeah, but if there's any place or if there's any area where we need a level of cooperation in Africa, I want to say, first of all, when you talk about diplomacy, the next thing you need to talk about is the military. We can, as much as possible, to see how we can promote peace, which is what Nigeria actually have showcased today. They've actually proved, Nigeria has actually proved an exceptional host, hosting the second African military games here in Abuja. So like I was saying, if we can, as much as possible, ensure that we will continue, this trend, of unifying African militaries through sports, some of these this school in this country, you have this internal or external aggression in that African country. I think it will reduce. It will come to a place where we now see ourselves as brothers, which we actually are. We see ourselves as brothers. We see ourselves that if we have any grievances or any misunderstanding, is to come to the round table to talk about it instead of settling it with the barrel of the gun. I wouldn't mind if we come to the field, if we come to the field of play, trying to squash it out, buddy.
All right, quite beautiful here at the main bowl of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. And just like I told you, we've had so many events, to showcase and project the African Games 2024 in Ibadan, Mamdara State daily, our highlights show, and of course our daily shows where we had our interviews and something like that. And of course, let's now bring to you one of those highlight editions as anchored by my colleague, right in Portugal. So for the next 25 minutes or thereabouts, it's going to be the highlights from the African Games 2024 as anchored by the Portugal.
Here at the Gymnasium Package B, Moshood Abiola National Stadium, we witness a couple of games in the table tennis, particularly men's doubles and women's double. In the women's double semi-final match between two sets involving Nigeria and Ghana, the first set had the team in Ghana beating Nigeria 3-1 in the semi-finals to qualify for the finals, whereas in the other set, the Nigerian team beat Ghana and qualified for the final in the women's double. And in the men's double, we had an encounter between Nigeria and Ghana team as well, where the Nigerian team qualified for the final, and another set of Nigeria men double qualifying for the finals, putting up a double and all Nigerian affair in the final. And then in the final, the Nigerian team had an easy ride over their Ghanaian counterpart, beating them 3-1 to clinch the gold medal. Whereas in the all Nigerian affair, it was one of the Nigerian teams who put up a brilliant fight and qualified, clinched the gold, making Nigeria having all gold in the table tennis a game, double men's double game. do you feel winning the gold for your country, Nigeria?
I feel good. I feel excited. Like I'm very, very happy. Actually, this is my first gold medal, so I'm very, very happy for it. I'm very happy.
But your first gold medal, I'm not seeing the excitement, I'm not seeing the happiness in your face. How do you tell me? You're telling me you're happy and your face is looking gloomy. What's the secret?
Like I'm very, very happy. Just right now, I'm short of word. I don't know how to express myself, but like truly, I'm very, very happy.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Because I like when you say that. I give our name.
Thank God for this, because me and my partner, we have been training for this so that we can achieve our aim. But I thank God we made it.
Okay. Yeah. Apart from adequate training, what do you think has given you an edge over your opponent?
There's not anything that can give me the games. It's only God that give me the ability to win this game. Or anything that you are doing, it's only God that gives you the strength and the power. Because this tournament, we train for this tournament, then we prepare for it. Because this person I'm talking about is my brother, is the one that trained me. So anything I said I should do it, I do it. So anything, it's only God that gives all the strength and the power to win this tournament.
My men, it's not like they are very weak side. They are very good side. Only some small mistakes they do that affect them. They are very good side. I believe in them, but it's very unfortunately that it go in that way. But I believe strongly that our women will bring the game back to life.
All right, let's move to volleyball. The Algerian military men's volleyball team clinched the championship title with an impressive 3-1 victory over Kenya. Kilajolu Olalekan is standing by at the Indoor Sports Hall of the Package B section to bring us the highlights. Over to you, Kila.
This is the indoor hall of the Package B section of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja, venue for the volleyball event of the second African Military Games. Of course, it was not a good day in the office for Team Nigeria as we lost by 3-1 to Kenya, and runaway leaders Algeria overpowered Sierra Leone by 3-0.
To learn how to hunt, the cub must bow to the fearless commander, first in the row, the sleepless general, selfless as we know, General Christopher Wabin Musa, the chief of the Defense Staff. Standing before you here is Hassan Shehu Magaji with a poem titled The Battlefield of Unity. From the desert sands of the Sahara to the lush green valleys of Congo, from the peaks of Kilimanjaro, Africa, rising forevermore. 48 nations flag held high with pride of unity. Like military games, we are forever standing on our feet. The giants of Africa. This is not just a game. It's a symphony of diverse tongues. This is not just a game. For in every leaf, every dive, every run, a united Africa stands as one. Reveries dissolve like mist in the dawn. Like the military games, for every time we fall, we gather twice as strong. With songs of freedom, of righting wrongs, we are the children of the soil, of strength, of grit. We bend but not break, we rise and we lift. The mountains are high, but so are our spirits, breaking barriers, writing our merit. Parading with pride, flags held high. Sprinters fly like gazelles through the air. Restless creep with strength so rare. This is not just a game. It's the symphony of diverse tongues. On court, field and tracks they meet, proving Africa's impossible to beat. This is not just a game. It's the symphony of diverse tongues, to one heartbeat, one destiny. Thank you so much.
Don't sleep, wake up. Wake up.
Thank you, DJ. That was a beautiful rendition by Hassana Musa Magadi. Next is Deborah Johnson.
My name is Deborah Johnson, and I hope this piece means something to you. 15th of April 2014, 276 girls were stolen by terrorists from the one place sworn to protect them, school. The kidnappers themselves were victims. Boys as young as 12, violence indoctrinated into their veins, rendering them less human, more machine, Africa's first robots. Before the shootings in America, there was Chibok. We learned first how to scream at empty classrooms, feeling helpless when it's guns against kids with skin like night. How many of our children have been buried before their time? How many African countries are plagued by insecurity that knows no borders? How many mothers have cried over bodies too cold to comfort them? While my brothers kill their brothers for being a different tribe, color, religion, country than them. Racism is the name of a family tree. Its younger brothers, tribalism and colorism, uncles, xenophobia and Afrophobia, sit around a dinner table eating up our unity. We self-righteously shout, Black Lives Matter on the internet, like we are any different. Do Black lives only matter when they are across the sea? Too far away to tell what their tribe, color, country is. We are pots, calling kettles black. As if fire differentiates one from the other, don't you see that we are the same? I don't want to fight with Ghanaians over whose jollof rice is better. I want them to help us answer why we wield the executioner's axe upon our own heads. My people, we are the literal rose blossoming in the midst of thorns. Each petal chock full of readers, writers, thinkers. We are people who turn the sound of rifles into music for bedtime stories, gunpowder into ink for writing. Don't you see that we are bloodied and bruised but still standing tall? Africans do not bow in the face of adversity. Do you still know what it means to be an African? Our biggest resources are not just oil or agriculture. It's what's in here, and in here, there is a tenacity you are born with as an African. It is the one birthright you cannot trade for a pot of porridge. It is indisputable. How we shine. We are candles lit by audacity, standing on the highest shelves in the room. To be an African is to know perseverance like a childhood lullaby. And it is not always easy to remember, but we can always sing this song. Today, the African Military Games Association is still singing this song. By encouraging sportsmanship instead of war, by opening us up to one another, here there is space to discover love between Africans and our strength as a people. Your being here is proof that our unity has not been eaten up. So I ask you, do you still know what it means to be an African? It is a glorious experience, but it is even more glorious when we do it together. Thank you.
Excelente presidente, o senhor Boris Johnson, o senhor Hassana Sheikh Mohammed, obrigados.
Very senior, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. That was a beautiful rendition by Deborah Jackson. Distinguished guests, very senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. May I, at this point, welcome and recognize in our midst the presence of Major General Ishola Williams, retired co-founder of the Organization of Military Sports in Africa, also ex-president of CISM. Sir, you are highly welcome to this very auspicious event. May I also welcome and recognize in our midst the presence of the Controller General, Nigeria Immigration Service, here ably represented by Assistant Controller General of Immigration, A.M. Halliday. Sir, you are highly welcome. While before we take the next presentation, may I request our artist, Sani Danger, to please be prepared to come onto stage immediately after the next presentation. At this point, may I invite Squadron Leader Messi Awomuku to continue with the proceedings.
Distinguished invited guests, very senior officers, both serving and retired, ladies and gentlemen. To take the stage now is the team performance featuring Joy of Dance. May I at this point now invite the team leader, Mr. Abiodun, for the troop to now usher in the Joy of Dance display. The team leader, please.
Incorporated athletic excellence and cultural celebration. Join me as we live the moment that defines
la troupe Joy of Dance pour venir prester des chansons de joie. Merci.
While the team performance take the stage, may I most respectfully
outlets.
Welcome and recognize in our midst the presence of the Senate President, here ably represented by Deputy Senate President, Senator Barrow Jibrin, CFR. Sir, you are highly welcome to this auspicious occasion of the closing ceremony of the Africa Military Games Abuja 2024.
Well, the speeches have been made. We're still at the main ball of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. We've still got a whole lot of exciting events to come to you. Still got a lead starters lined up, but just before then, we've got preparations underway for a teamed performance to be witnessed right here from the main ball of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. You can see the spectators here are already in the mood, are already in the groove to enjoy the action as far as this closing ceremony for the African Military Games is concerned, 2024. Well, it is just the tip of the iceberg we're about to see right here today, but you know, the speeches has been done and it sets the tone for what we are going to expect as the evening progresses. Deep into the floodlights here at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Now the spectators are ready for a lively encounter, a lively atmosphere as we wrap things up for the African Military Games in Abuja 2024.
Joy of Dance is the crew we're looking to get to hear from in a bit. They have a team performance and we'll be looking to see what they will be doing. They brought in their local drums, brought in their own equipment, just to see if they can give us something different from what we're currently listening to. It makes it interesting. Maybe a picture of what we heard in the first, in the opening ceremony. It was really interesting. Joy of Dance, spoken about by the, from the opening ceremony. We'll get to see what they are made of, dancing and playing their drums and also some other instruments to just make it really interesting and bring us into that feel of dancing and enjoying some things in a joyous mood.
Well, we are up for Joy of Dance as they will be giving us a team performance right here at the main bowl of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. Enjoy Joy of Dance for their team performance here today.
الحضور الكرام، الآن نحن نشاهد رقصة ثقافية مشتركة من قبائل مختلفة في نيجيريا. هذه تظاهر الوحدة في التنوع. هناك قبائل يوروبا من جنوب نيجيريا، ثم قبيلة هاوسا فلاتية من شمال نيجيريا، وقبائل إيبو من شرق نيجيريا. كلهم يشاركون في هذا الرقص المتنوع.
Une combinaison de traditions et vous voyez une belle prestation de toutes les cultures nigérianes. Nous avons les Igbo, les Yoruba, les Haoussa. En fait, c'est une très belle prestation culturelle de nos tribus, de nos ethnies nigériens. Je vous dis que c'est une très belle prestation. Merci.
Ecos persuade danser le musical Lingua Nigeriano.
Très belle prestation de la culture nigériane, une très belle exposition pour tous ceux qui veulent apprendre et qui ne connaissent pas vraiment nos origines. La danse de la joie est en train de nous parler de tout ce que nous devons savoir sur la culture nigériane. Merci.
استمتعوا بهذه الرقص لأنها تريد تؤين الوحدة في قبائل مختلفة من جنوب وشمال وكل قطع. كما عرفت في نيجيريا عندنا أكثر من 200 قبائل مختلفة.
Vraiment, la culture nigériane est une culture à copier pour ceux qui ne la connaissent pas. C'est une très belle, très riche culture. Elle est très riche en beauté. C'est une culture vraiment très émancipée. C'est une culture vraiment adorable. Et ce soir, vous voyez comment le groupe de la joie est en train de faire une très belle prestation en nous montrant toutes les qualités que nous devions apprendre.
شكرا لكم جميعا لهذا التعرض الثقافي دولتنا الكريمة نيجيريا في غرب إفريقيا.
Voilà, ça c'est l'exécution de la danse, le club folklorique. La danse est très très bien exécutée. Eh bien, ça vous fait comprendre que l'Afrique, en particulier le Nigeria, est riche de culture. Et c'est très bien. Vous avez vu comment ils ont démontré avec talent la danse traditionnelle.
Nigeriano Fio, Nigeriano
close, no, I'ma keep going again and again. Whatever I want, I'ma get. They gon' be saying they know I'm a friend of a friend. Whenever I become the best, I don't be spending my time on the internet. I just be living it out in the flesh. I don't need nothing to motivate me. Winners are never gon' wait for success. Yeah, look at my neck shining. Look at my bank comments. Look at my wrist, AP. Who is the GOAT? I am. Look at my neck shining. Look at my bank comments. Look at my wrist, AP. Who is the GOAT? I am. Hey, got more money and I got more problems. All that I want is peace and quiet. They all been bothering me, so I gotta keep my phone on silent. No matter the outcome, already know that I always keep on trying. They wanna do business, but I gotta be a partner, not no client. I'm not like the rest, too damn smart and they still wanna test me. Move to the MIA and I'm running my team like Messi. Everyone good all around me. I'm giving out bands like candy. Not Halloween, but they still be fake. No wonder they don't understand me. I still
kidnapping like ISIS. Whoa, turn the whole world to a crisis. Whoa, walk around the city with an ice pick. I've been paranoid, usually I ain't like this. Ain't no telling how crazy I might get. Beat the police with a nightstick. In my whole life, I've been lifeless. Now I'm so fly, I'm a month flight risk.
Danser le musico lingua nigeriano differente.
l'harmonie entre les nations, non seulement les nations africaines, mais aussi
المشاركون في هذا يمثلون اللياقة بدنية الذي تتحقق في طريق اللوم. تعكس الوحدة في ثقافتنا في خلال الرسم المتنوعة التي نستمتع بها في هذا الوقت.
Et cela démontre l'unité et plus encore l'unité de l'Afrique en montrant comment la danse est symbolique pour l'unité de l'Afrique.
So tell me what you wanna wanna do tonight? You know the party no go make sense if it never did then make the party come alive. We don't know 02 to 03, my love best seat, alawa. So baby tell me why you wanna. She body make you do as you like. Now steady with the bloody canal. Blow some trees make you feel.
Es militaire combat Mexico agora. Pensando.
Now buy like a latest. That's why I'm working on patience.
ما قلت لكم سابقا هذا الرقص يعكس السياق الوطنية التي يجب لكل عسكري أن يكون متمكنا فيه حتى يثبت الأمن في وطننا النيجيري.
À travers cette danse, nous sommes en train de présenter que les militaires doivent être forts, réaliser beaucoup de projets, surtout quand il s'agit de la sécurité. Parce qu'un militaire qui n'est pas en forme, qui n'est pas physiquement en forme, émotionnellement, physiquement, mentalement, ne peut pas bien se présenter dans un combat. Donc c'est la danse donc de faire, nous venons de voir la prestation. Merci.
الحضور الكرام عليكم أن تصفقوا لهذه التعرض لأنهم استحالوا أن يعلمنا أنواع الثقافة المفيدة من مختلف القبائل في وسط نيجيريا في الشمال وغرب وانكلاف المجالات في نيجيريا. شكرا لكم وبارك الله فيكم.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful performance there from Joy of Dance. A brilliant themed performance right here we've seen right here from the main bowl of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. I mean it. It reminds me of the opening ceremony as well, where we saw, some of these beautiful themed performances. But this time, Joy of Dance getting things rolling as far as the entertainment side of the closing ceremony here is concerned for the African Military Games here in Abuja 2024. We've still got the fans here seated, the spectator here seated, enjoying every bit of the action. Some beautiful faces here at the main bowl of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. We've still got some more speeches right here on the podium inside the main bowl of the MKO Abiola National Stadium.
Ice Prince, please get ready. As soon as Sani Musa Deja comes, it is a song.
Mesdames et messieurs, accueillons Monsieur Sani Musa, notre vedette de Nollywood.
Your Excellencies, very senior officers, serving and retired, ladies and gentlemen. Permit me to recognize the presence of the Federal Road Safety Corps Marshal, ably represented by his lovely wife, Ajia Dr. Nafisa Mohammed. She is the National President, Road Safety Officers Wives Association. You're most welcome, ma'am. Also, permit me to recognize the presence of Malam Jibril Baba Indachi. He is the Director, Voice of Nigeria. You're most welcome. Sani Musa Denja, please.
Well, so far, how's it been for you, Azu, right here as we continue the closing ceremony of the Yamga Games 2024?
Really interesting, I tell you. I love the fact that they were able to bring unity to the performance. It's a lot of message. It's not just about coming to dance. That message behind the performance from Joy of Dance really made me glad that you're doing or dancing to English music and we are dancing to traditional music doesn't mean that we are different. I love the fact that they were able to bring uniformity and in the end they all dance together. That has been the headline for me so far as the performances for today is concerned. Great performance from the Joy of Dance crew. And I love the fact that they did it so well and made us even had to clap for them, as you can see from the spectators who have come to see the events today. Great stuff as we continue to see more and more from different groups. Just like you mentioned, we saw a couple of this from the opening ceremony, and this from the closing ceremony is also not leaving below expectations.
Oh, the flags of African countries here. And now another performance, this time artists holding on to African flags right there in the podium of the main ball.
Come to Africa. Come to Africa. Let's see Africa. I'm over there. Welcome to Africa. If you know you're proud and black is beautiful, welcome to Africa. The land of warriors, brave and strong. I'm not started. Come to Africa.
Voilà, mesdames et messieurs, cette danse, c'est un pli de technique. Et si ce n'est pas solidement valide, tu ne peux pas exécuter. Appréciez-les, c'est une performance vraiment remarquable.
هذه الرقص تعكس اللياقة بدنية التي تعكس وتحب كل شخص أن يمارس فيها حتى يصبح عسكريا قويا.
Et voilà, vous avez vu la performance de la vedette nigérian à la personne de Sani avec son groupe, qui ont démontré leur capacité culturelle. Et c'est déjà très bien. Le Nigeria a beaucoup de culture. C'est un pays rempli de diversité culturelle.
هذه الأعلام التي مع المشاركون تعكس كل دولة التي تشارك في هذا التي سننتهيها اليوم إن شاء الله.
Voilà, comme vous avez vu, les drapeaux sont en train de flotter. Cela démontre combien l'unité de l'Afrique à travers les Jeux militaires africains. L'Afrique doit être unie. La coopération militaire est aussi une clé, un outil très nécessaire pour l'unité de l'Afrique autant que d'autres continents.
Felizmente, nós temos grupo Africa Musical de Sunny Danger.
كان ذلك أداء الفنان من
We've still got a couple of agendas to bring to you as far as the programs for the closing ceremony is concerned here from the closing ceremony of the AMGA Games. Well, it's been promises to be fun so far, and so far we've seen team performances from Joy of Dance. It was really beautiful to see bringing the African feel, and also artists hoisting the African flags, also performing on the podium of the main ball of the Moshood Abiola National Stadium. If you're just joining us, just to remind you, it is still the closing ceremony of the African Military Games in Abuja 2024. We've still got a 4x100 meters relay and also the 4x400 meters relay for the men and also for the women to bring to you to wrap things up as far as the sporting event is concerned for this closing ceremony. Also, medal presentations also will be coming your way as far as these sports is concerned, which will be seen right here. And the fans are just waiting to see, how that one will pan out here as far as these games concerned. We've also got the fun fair all around the stadium. You know, artists performing as well. You know, the likes of Semida Kolo, the likes of Amao Me. These are artists. You, the fans, also will be thrilling to see perform and bring the excitement right here from the member as far as the closing ceremony is concerned. Simba still got more team performance for you as they also make their way up on the stage. Still, you know, the African flags being hoisted. I mean, it's so colorful to see these different flags, you know, being displayed on your screens right here. The beauty of Africa, how colorful it is, and that is what the AMGA Games is concerned. Also reminding you of the theme of this year's edition, enhancing military cooperations across Africa through sports. Back to the team performance on the podium.
Well, welcome to Africa. Let's go Africa. Let's go Africa. Let's go Zimbabwe. Let's go Nigeria. Let's go Zimbabwe. Let's go Tanzania. Let's go Africa. Come on, South Africa. Central Africa. North Africa. West Africa, Moje Africa, Africa, Africa,